Yes, boys. Sun is out again, man. What's happening, team? How are we all? I hope you're all having a good day so far. Welcome back to another video. That's actually something I need to work on. Like, I know a few of you who watch this will be my clients, and that's literally how I start every single. Whoa! Every single. Whoa! Did you see that wasp, man? It's like a fucking pterodactyl. Jesus. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep that in because it's real. What was I saying? Yeah, I start the same check-in, and I start every single check-in the same. Hiya guys, hope you're having a good day so far. And I get fucking slagged for it. Every single client, even my family who walk past the room where I do my check-ins door, they always go, "Hiya Ben, hope you're having a good day so far." Like, fuck off. I actually do hope you're all having a good day so far. And welcome back to another video. So, last night, this is obviously last night when I recorded it, it'll be different when I upload it, but I uploaded my first YouTube video back, and it was just nice to see the response that I got. As I said in the previous video, like, I have missed doing it, and just keeping you guys updated with where I am. So that's what this video is about, as well as like a bit more in depth of where I am in regards to my off season. It's something that comes up a lot. Is Jesus Ben, are you still in off season, or when are you dieting? When are you dieting? But being a natty bodybuilder, natty as in natural, I do not take steroids. Being a natty bodybuilder, trying to gain muscle, it takes fucking time. It takes a lot of time to gain muscle. We are getting there, and it's just something I want to touch on throughout this video, is like dealing with the off season. It's definitely one of the hardest parts because you're gonna look your worst. You're going to feel bad at some point as well. You're going to feel sluggish, you're going to feel lethargic, you're going to feel tired. You probably aren't going to feel as motivated as you would on prep. Might even touch on the things like social media as well. So people say, "Oh Ben, I don't know how to, I need to get lean because I need to post on Instagram." And it's like, then you need to kind of start weighing up the things like, are you doing it for your own bodybuilding, or are you doing it for social media? And yes, I love social media. I don't love social media, I actually hate social media. I think it's a joke, but a lot of my life is on social media because it helps with business and stuff. Anyway, I'm doing this for my bodybuilding. I'm not doing this to impress somebody on Instagram or somebody on YouTube, and that's what separates those who do well in bodybuilding and those who just look the same every year, which I will not do. I will not look the same next year as I did in 2019. If I do, then I'm quitting. Anyway, so yeah, today we're going to give you an update. Today I was actually my heaviest body weight ever, 211 pounds, which is mad. And it was like 200, no, it wasn't 200 kilo, it was like 95.75 kg. So that's like a little bit above 20 kg from stage weight, and that's been like 101 weeks, so that just gives you like a time scale of how things have been. But yep, heaviest body weight, foods at the highest, and I'm just going to take you through like a few tips in regards to the off season and how to deal with things. And we're also training upper today as well with Connor, which will be good. Connor's one of my best mates and one of my clients as well, so it'll be good to train with him. And yeah, just sit back, relax, enjoy the video. I'm going to enjoy some sun, then hit up for meal number one. So this is like another like argument on social media, is like how to make your cream of rice. There's so many people who put it in a pot, there's so many people who put it in the microwave. I literally just put weight out in a like tub and then add boiling hot water, and then you can gauge your consistency that you like. I like mine runny so that I can just drink it, because right now it's literally cement. Like, I could empty that. Whoa, that was risky. So like right now it's like cow shit, to be fair, which is not very nice. I actually don't enjoy this meal as it is, so I'm trying to make it as good as possible. So I literally just keep adding hot water to it until it's like a relatively good consistency. Now, I don't know why this is, but see, as soon as I add protein to this meal, like I'll show you, like as soon as I add protein, it just goes way waterier. I don't know why, because if anything you'd think when you add protein to water, it goes thicker, so when you add it to this, it goes more watery. So if anybody can update me on the science behind that, that'd be fantastic. So just before I add this protein, I'm going to show you what I mean, right? So here's my cream of rice. It's obviously not runny, right? I feel like if I add too much water and it goes runny, when I add the protein it goes lumpy. So this is I've kind of mastered it, to be fair. Fuck, it's a scoop, man. So yeah, 2 scoops in, 2 like level scoops is roughly like 25 grams. So solid as a rock. So it's not finished yet, but like, look. Can you see that? So now it's like drinkable. I can just drink it. So I don't know why that is, but yeah, that's how I make my cream of rice. Probably nobody watching this video cares about how I make my cream of rice, but I'm showing you how I make it. Tub, powder in, a little bit of water, stir, a little bit of water, stir, bit more water, stir, protein in, stir, dark chocolate in, stir, and then drink, man. Sweet. So now for meal number 2, which is the pre-workout meal. This is a very boring meal. Like, quite a lot of people say that my meals are really boring, but one thing in the off season that you need to work on, especially when food is like at an all-time high and you're trying to continue to push it higher, is digestion. So you'll see that like when I do a full day of eating, or most of my meals I eat, every single meal near enough is rice based because it digests a hell of a lot better with me. And that's one thing you want to make sure you do, is you want to make sure that you've eaten your meal, you've taken your time, etc, etc. Then that meal's digested and then moved out of your stomach, so your next meal is ready to come into your stomach, if that makes sense. So yeah, we're just having 130 grams of rice, that's uncooked rice, 150 grams of chicken. Some days I have veg in it, but my digestion's been a little bit iffy when I have veg. I'm not too sure why. Even if I have like 50 grams, it's still a bit fucked. So we've taken it out just now. 2 grams of pink Himalayan salt and 2 grams of low salt, just for sodium and potassium. We also have a squares bar as well, just a chocolate square bar, just to add up calories again. And then 2 squares of dark chocolate again, which is going to like help slow the digestion of carbohydrates down a little bit during training and stuff. So as I said in the previous video, like I try and eat my meal, or try and finish my meal like half an hour to 45 minutes before the gym, just so that, as I spoke about there, like so my meal is digested in a way out my stomach, so that blood can be focused and going to my muscles and not exactly my stomach, which is going to help. So yeah, we're going to have this, then we are going to travel to Whitburn Flexion where I train. As I said, it takes like half an hour to get there, 25 minutes to get there. So the time I eat this, we're going to meet Connor for an upper session and then just take you through the upper day. And this is my younger brother, who he's been at the gym, using Instagram. Might have seen I put a little transformation up at him, like to week 1 to week 12, and he actually looked good, but now he's like a sack of shit again, man. He's lost it, man.
I'm injured.
These young people, no consistency, man.
I'm injured.
No, he was steaming at the weekend, fell and hurt his elbow, and then that's his career there, he says. Look at him. Famous, bro. Mate, go show them your side tricep.
What this?
That's the best thing you've ever seen in your life.
What the fucking...
The turkey one. future bodybuilder, man. Like your lats, bro. I'll show them your back. Your back's alright. What did you just say there?
So your YouTube will blow up now that I'm on it.
My YouTube will blow up?
This sick cunt, bruh.
Mate, what the fuck, man?
I'm a natural, mate.
Natural what?
Anything.
Natural bodybuilder?
Natural. And your last bit. Posing at 3, landscaping at 5.
So yes, that was my little brother. He is an absolute, the best way to describe Sam is a tool. Legit a tool. Like, every single day he's the same. He's like absolutely clueless about everything in life, but he always takes his piss, which I guess is a good thing. It makes me laugh, man. Like, even if me and Alex are lying in bed at like 11 o'clock at night, he'll train in the garage. He'll train in my dad's garage and he'll come up the stair and be like, oh mate, like look at my shoulders, and he'll literally go, can I look in your mirror? And he'll sit and look at himself in the mirror for like 20 minutes posing. If me and Alex even just sit and watch Netflix, man, he's an absolute clown. But anyway, we are heading through to Whitburn to train upper, so yeah, looking forward to it. Usually for pre-workout I usually have a non-stim pre, like just like a pump formula, which is nice, but today, since it's Friday, we're going to go a little bit mad, just a little bit, so we've sprinkled some pre-workout in there, the Trained by JP dial-in. It's only half a scoop, nothing too mad, just to give us a little bit of a oomph. So yep, I will catch you in the gym in like, for you it's 2 seconds. So that's in for upper, away corner. Connor's actually behind the camera, so if the camera's ridiculous then you can fucking blame him, but we have upper today. We actually have the same sessions, except our split's different. I have an extra rest day between upper and legs, so somebody doesn't follow the same, but luckily today we're training together, which is nice. As I said earlier, he's one of my best pals. He's a bit ridiculous, but he's one of my clients as well, so it is good to train with somebody who just trains hard. So today we're just going to like swap around the camera, record each other's sets. I'll put the tripod on for some stuff and record us like both training with each other, just so you can get like a look into like how we like training and the intensity. And that's one thing that's important with training, is obviously execution, etc, but just making sure you're training hard enough, and that's something that you don't see a lot of, is people training hard enough. So first we have like a single arm cable roll, which I'll show you is just a unilateral movement. It's similar to the one I had in my pull session I posted the other day, but that was obviously dual, that was the bilateral, this is unilateral, so single arm, which is, it's just so much better, I feel, for getting a connection in regards to your lats. So we have that first, and then we've got a machine shoulder press, a high incline machine press, and then just some like isolation work after that. So I will crack on with this, man. Keep my shoulder down, mate. Two more. Last one. Yep, come on, big man. I logbook everything, I logbook every single session. Fuck, I feel like he did there, man. So I logbook every session, and even if, like, if I get like 9, but it's like an almost 9. So last time I done this, which was 2 weeks ago, just due to deload and stuff, I got 77.5 for almost 9. Whereas this week, you've seen my 9th one was like a full rep. So even though that's like maybe like 0.5 of a rep more, that's still progression, especially where I am in my off season. Like those 1 reps or better reps, better execution, all adds up to marginal gains, man. So that was a win. This is just our last warm-up. I have like the stack plus 25 or something. That's a bit annoying as well, is having to put additional plates on a stack, but when you're so fucking big, man, you need to. Just need to see how the warm-ups feel. Some of my clients ask, oh, like, how should I warm up and stuff? Like, obviously it depends on the strength you are. Like if you're leg pressing 400 kilo, you're not going to go 50 kilo for 10 reps, then 400. You obviously just add a bit more weight each time. So we've done like 40 kilo for a few, then 50, then 60, then the stack, which is like 70 or something like that, 75. Then we're going to go stack plus 10, then top set of stack plus like 25 or so. Let's go one, let's go one, let's go one. Yep, come on. Well, come on then. So third movement in, we have an incline hammer strength press. This is like legit one of the best machine presses I've used. The reason being is, like, I spoke about this in regards to getting your lat fully short, getting your chest fully short or as short as possible. You're going to have to drive your elbows across your chest, and a lot of like pressing machines, like primal strength, things like that, things that aren't as good, will like press outwards, whilst this comes up and in and really just lets you contract your chest fully. So this is one that
I am getting stronger on. There's a couple of lads in the gym who are extremely strong at it, and it's like I'm just hitting the boundaries by like obviously training hard and chasing numbers, but making sure I'm not getting carried away with execution and tempo, especially towards the end. Just trying to really control it eccentric and obviously concentric and make sure that they're good reps, because what if just to risk an injury and obviously get as much muscle breakdown as possible during that set. So 60 aside for, I'm not too sure, but we'll hopefully beat it, man.
Let's go on! Not today!
Four, five. Keep that chest up. Keep that chest up, mate. Come on. Let's go one. Keep the chest high. Keep the chest high. Keep the chest high. Yep. In. Elbows corner. Nice.
Oh my gosh, fuck.
So this exercise is actually new for us as of today. Usually we had like a seated cable row in, more for upper back again, but Brad just recently got this Watson like chest supported T-bar row, so I've never ever used it. AJ said it's a very humbling machine is the word they use, so I have to actually send him over a video of my top set. So I'm not going to record my top set for YouTube, I'll just record my back off to show you, but my top set is going to go to him and I can put it on a tripod so he can see the whole movement, so that's why I'm going to miss this out. But with new movements, man, like we don't have a clue how much weight it is. This is going to be one plate. I will build up to more than one plate, but again, whenever you're doing like a new movement, just spend time getting used to the movement pattern and then build from there. If it's too heavy, pull the fucking weight down. If it's too light, do another set and put the weight up. But we're going to see how this goes and wish me luck, man.
Let's go 5. Let's go 2.
Yeah, roasting hot, so can't believe it. I feel like it's shit, man, my brother. That's the first time doing that machine, as I said. Woo! Top set got like 50 for 8 and like a failure on 9. Well, 8.5. And that was like 35. But it's like fucking hell. I'm struggling, Off-season breathing is no good there. But towards the end, man, it just fucking roasted hot. So, and it's trying to make sure that you get full range of motion, brace hard, and then pull without, like I was speaking to Colin about this, without like back extension. You didn't want to be bringing too far up, so then that's your erectors. We'll try to keep our chest on the pad. Focus has been on upper back movement, but that's us done now. Now I've got some fucking buys and tries. Remember Dylan said buy before you try, man. Remember that now before? slash scar in your stomach. It's no liposuction. My belly's that big that when I took the tray of chicken out of the oven, the tray hit my stomach and I burnt myself. So that's when you know your peak off season, when your belly's in the road of everything, man. But yeah, that's 211 pounds as of this morning. That is how I currently look. Obviously have body fat, but it's something I'm going to touch on after the gym. What's happening, team? So that is us back from our upper session with Connor. Me and Connor trained. So it was good to train with Connor. I don't actually get to train with Connor that often. We follow a similar split, but I have an extra rest day, as I was saying to you in the gym. But so it was nice for us both to fall in the same session. So we just hit up the same upper session, which is good. Anyway, I just wanted to wrap this video up with like some advice or some like tips and tricks that I've found help me in the off season. For any of you who are in off season or who are in a gaining phase or struggle with gaining phases, I know it's something that a lot of my clients and just people I speak to in general who train find it hard to be in a gaining phase, because we all know, or if you don't know, when you're in a calorie surplus, which is what you want to be in when you're trying to gain weight, or what's going to cause you to gain weight is a calorie surplus. And gaining muscle, as a byproduct of being in a surplus for so long, you're gonna gain body fat. Alright, now you don't need to gain ridiculous amounts of unnecessary body fat, but you are gonna accumulate some over time. Alright, so you might look softer, you won't look as lean, you might lose your abs, but what I want you to think about is the long-term goal. Alright, like what I'm doing now is not to look good now, it's to look good in 2022 when it matters to me when I'm next on stage. Alright, another few things I think are important is your clothing. Be smart with the clothing you wear. If you feel insecure, don't wear fucking tight clothes, alright? It's just you're gonna look at yourself in the mirror and be like, oh, I can see my stomach, I can see this, I can see that. One thing you'll see is like all the clothing I wear is quite baggy. This is a double XL, by the way. It's kind of tight in the arms, but it's a double XL. It's also Ben Prentice Fitness clothing. If anybody wants to buy something, let me know, I'll hook you up. But that's for another time. But yeah, clothing is gonna be like an essential thing for you training, feeling comfortable as well, alright? Like, wear baggy clothing to the gym is going to make you feel, just as it says, like a hell of a lot more comfortable, and you're not going to think about, oh fuck, like, can you see this, can you see that, because you've got baggy clothing on, alright? Also, you don't have to always post pictures on social media, alright? Like, people always think, I need to update people, which I did as well. I was quite bad for it, like weekly updates, which is good, but in the same breath, if you post that photo, you're putting that out there to be critiqued from every single one of your followers. And if somebody says to you, oh mate, you look chubby or you look this, it's going to fucking affect you, and it's going to make you think, oh my god, maybe they're right, I should diet, which then is going to take away from the long-term goal, alright? So just take your photos and send them to your coach if you need to, then delete them. And don't sit there and analyse them and be like, oh my god, I'm looking small here, looking small there, because when you have gained some body fat, some areas will look smaller. Do you mean you're going to have, like my legs look smaller because you have more fat around your knee joint, your hip joint, so it makes you look like you have more pop, etc, etc. So it is sometimes difficult, but the best thing I can think is just think long term, alright? So another thing I try and focus on in the off season is like, what motivates you? So what motivates me right now is getting stronger. So one thing that you can try is like beating your logbook. So right, cool, what's your goals this month? My goals this month are to beat or to reach 50 kilo dumbbell press, or to RDL 3 plates or 4 plates or 5 plates, whatever it is. And having those goals will let you focus on chasing that goal instead of having the goal of looking good right now. Alright, so I feel like that was just me talking pure rubbish for 3.5 minutes, but I hope some of you picked some things up from that. If anybody wants to ask me any questions, then fire me some questions on my Instagram. It's just Ben Prentice Fitness. In regards to if there's anything else you want me to give you help on, then I can. But I just wanted to like cover that basis because I'm obviously in my peak off season. I am my fattest bodyweight, my fattest I've been at, and my heaviest bodyweight. But as it says, I'm my biggest, I'm my strongest, I'm my heaviest, which should in 2022 be noticeable. So yeah, again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Second video uploaded since this like new series back. So I hope you are enjoying them. By the way, I did notice that half of you who viewed my last video were not subscribed to my channel, so if you could please subscribe to my channel, it does help a lot, and it's pretty fucking cool gaining some subscribers. Anyway, I hope you all have a fantastic day. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, comment if you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.